The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Velrith of the Zenthari Empire projected holographic images of Earth's fauna across the crystalline walls. Laughter erupted from the assembled delegates, a cacophony of clicks, whistles, and harmonic resonances that translated into universal mockery. "These are your apex predators?" Velrith's mandibles clicked in amusement as a lion appeared in three-dimensional glory. "This cat that sleeps 20 hours per cycle. Your oceans are dominated by creatures that must surface to breathe?" The image shifted to a great white shark, then to a bear. Claws and teeth? How primitively analog. Commander Sarah Chen stood at the podium representing humanity's first contact delegation. Her jaw clenched. 3 months into diplomatic relations, and Earth had become the laughingstock of 1,000 worlds. The Galactic Council viewed humanity as an oddity, a death-world species that had somehow stumbled into space travel despite their laughably weak native predators. "Ambassador Velrith," Chen said calmly, "you're focusing on the wrong predators." The Zenthari's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. "Oh? Do you have creatures we've missed? Perhaps an insect that bites?" More laughter rippled through the chamber. The Kryn delegate, a massive silicon-based lifeform, rumbled with seismic amusement. "Their world lacks proper threats. No plasma-spitting drakes. No hive minds that consume continents. Even their largest animals are adorable." Chen smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "You're right. Earth's animals aren't the apex predators. We are." Velrith waved a dismissive appendage. Yes, tool users, how quaint. The Virakian Concordat was also tool users before we assimilated them. Tools are compensation for biological inadequacy. Is that so? Chen tapped her datapad. Then perhaps we should discuss why the Zenthari Empire has issued 3 separate bounties for human mercenaries in the past month alone. Or why Kryn mining corporations are specifically recruiting human security forces. The laughter died abruptly. Chen continued, her voice steady and cold. "You mocked our wildlife, so let me educate you about Earth's true apex predator, humanity. We didn't evolve with armored hides or venomous fangs. We couldn't rely on natural weapons, so we became something far more dangerous. We became persistent." She pulled up a new hologram, an ancient human pursuing prey across savanna grassland. "Our ancestors hunted animals faster and stronger than themselves through sheer endurance. We ran them to exhaustion over days. We tracked them across continents. We studied their patterns, learned their weaknesses, and adapted our strategies. We turned pursuit into science." The Kryn delegate shifted uncomfortably, their rocky surface grinding softly. "But persistence was just the beginning," Chen said. "We learned to coordinate, to communicate complex strategies. While your species relied on individual strength, we built tribes. When one human fell, 10 more replaced them. We didn't just hunt prey. We waged war against entire ecosystems and won." Velrith's mandibles twitched nervously. "This is ancient history. Primitive behavior, is it?" Chen's eyes were hard as diamonds. "Ambassador, your empire sent a subjugation fleet to the Orion station 3 weeks ago. You were warned it was under human protection. You sent 12 warships, vessels that could glass planets. Do you want to know what happened?" The chamber was deathly silent now. The station's security force consisted of 43 humans. No ships, no heavy weapons, just standard personnel equipment. "Your fleet demanded surrender." Chen paused, letting the tension build. "Those 43 humans held out for 6 days. They turned mining equipment into weapons. They booby-trapped corridors with improvised explosives. They used the station's environment itself as a weapon, venting atmosphere, superheating sections, creating zero-gravity kill zones." Chen pulled up footage, and even she had to suppress a shiver. The recording showed human defenders moving like ghosts through darkened corridors, their faces painted with soot and blood, eyes burning with calculated fury. They moved with terrifying coordination, speaking in quick, clipped phrases, adapting to each Zenthari tactic within minutes. "By day 3, your forces were too terrified to leave their ships," Chen said quietly. "Not because they couldn't win. They had overwhelming firepower, but because they realized every corridor could be a trap. Every shadow could hide death. You were fighting an enemy that treated a space station like we once treated jungles and mountains, as hunting grounds." Velrith seemed to shrink in his seat. "You want to know the punchline?" Chen's smile was razor-sharp. "On day 6, human reinforcements arrived. 1 corvette with 20 Marines. Your fleet retreated immediately. 12 warships. retreated from 21 additional humans. The Kryn delegate's voice rumbled like an earthquake. This proves nothing. Terror tactics. Our standard human doctrine, Chen interrupted. You think we're proud of our wildlife? We drove megafauna to extinction on 6 continents. We domesticated wolves, pack hunters, and turned them into pets. We built cities in deserts, jungles, Arctic wastes, and thrived. When diseases threatened us, we didn't adapt. We eradicated the diseases. When nature pushed back, we pushed harder. She leaned forward, her voice dropping to something almost conversational. Every species in this council evolved on worlds that were challenging. But Earth spent billions of years trying to kill us. Ice ages, supervolcanoes, asteroid impacts, predators in every ecosystem. And we're still here. Not because we're the strongest or the fastest. Because we're the most stubbornly, relentlessly, terrifyingly persistent predators evolution ever created. Chen straightened. So yes, mock our wildlife. Mock our lions and sharks and bears. But understand this. Those animals survive despite us. They're not Earth's apex predators. They're the ones that learn to stay out of our way. The silence in the chamber was absolute. Finally, the Galactic Council's arbiter, an ancient energy being, spoke in harmonic tones that conveyed deep unease. This council acknowledges humanity's military capabilities. Perhaps we have been hasty in our assessments. Chen nodded slowly. Humanity seeks peaceful cooperation with all species. But we need the council to understand something fundamental. We didn't climb to the top of Earth's food chain by being the biggest or the strongest. We did it by being the smartest, the most adaptable, and the most willing to do whatever survival required. She paused, letting her words sink in. So when you look at humans, don't see weak prey from a soft world. See the species that turned a death world into a garden, that bent an entire planet to our will. See the predators that other predators learned to fear. Chen gathered her materials. Earth looks forward to continued diplomatic relations, on equal terms. As she left the chamber, not a single delegate laughed. They finally understood what it meant to be human, to be the ultimate predator wearing the disguise of civilization. Behind closed doors, the Zenthari Empire quietly retracted all bounties on human mercenaries and issued an official apology. The Kryn Concordat doubled their security recruitment offers, and across the galaxy, the whisper spread, humanity, fuck yeah.